it's a life-altering disease and one that needs early diagnosis and treatment as quickly as possible. I do think there's quite a stigma attached to hepatitis C, and I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about how it can be contracted. There's an assumption that it's just, passed through needles or just through sex. And it's that misunderstanding also implying that it is the preserve of people who are either drug addicts or a bit loose or both, and that's just not true. I know someone who's caught it from using drugs, but I also know someone who caught it from sharing a toothbrush. Anything that potentially passes blood from one person to another, be that through a razor, through a toothbrush, you name it. And you might not have been doing anything that people might consider reprehensible. You just might have been living your life. It's not just the preserve of people who've made bad choices and therefore sort of deserve to be suffering in some ridiculous way. It's a very common disease, and it is much more easily transmitted than people think. It's not a complicated test to have, you just have a blood test. There is a slight imbalance in the sense that the numbers of people that have hepatitis are enormous, and yet it doesn't really garner the same kind of attention that it deserves and needs, really.